Hey guys, welcome back. This is Sean. Got some juice to review for you today. Got a email from a company that I had not previously done business with. I had never even heard of them before I got the email. A company called Nic Juice. And Rich sent me an email and asked me if I'd be interested in taking a look at some of his juices for him. And I said, sure. I said, send me some samples of what you got. I'll be happy to take a look. Gave him my preferred nicotine strength, preferred VG percentage and everything, and he sent me out 4 flavors to take a look at. He sent me out Smartie Pants, Watermelon Rancher, French Toast, and one called Enigma. Sent them in 30 ml bottles. Right off the bat, I was really impressed when I got the package. He sends them out in these nice glass containers with the little dropper tops on them. The labels are really nicely done with the name, the nicotine strength, the VG percentage, as well as the born on date, their logo, and a nice big warning on the side. These bottles also come with the shrink wrapped safety cap on the bottles, the tamper proof seals, so to speak, that I really like. It kind of gives me that nice warm fuzzy feeling that some care has been taken in the production and packaging of the juices. He also sends along with the 15 and 30 ml bottles the 6 ml plastic dropper bottles. Make them a little easier to carry around, a little more pocket friendly. These are really sturdy glass bottles, so I don't think you'd have any issues as far as breaking or anything like that, but trying to walk around using the drippers is not necessarily the most convenient thing, but that's kind of a mood point because I really like these, so whatever I got to do to get these kind of bottles I really enjoy. So the juices were all, vapor production on them was all really good. Throat hit on them was all pretty much similar. The Smartie Pants is obviously supposed to be a Smarties candy flavor, and Rich has done a pretty good job on that one. It's not perfect as far as tasting like a Smarties, but it is a very good flavor to it. He's done a real good job of getting that almost that chalky taste that you get from Smarties whenever you're crunching on them and they kind of turn into that powdered texture, I guess, that you get from the Smarties. It's got that sour bitterness that you get from the candies, and the flavor is really close on them. The throat hit is pretty substantial. It's not quite harsh, but you can definitely tell that there's a significant throat hit on there when you're vaping it. And the vapor production on them was all really good. So I was pretty pleased with that. It's a little sweet for my taste as far as making it an all-day vape or anything like that, but I have found myself kind of going back to these throughout the course of the week that I've had them because they are good enough flavors that I do enjoy vaping them. Like I said, just because it's not quite my forte on the flavors, they haven't been an all-day vape or anything like that. The Watermelon Rancher was also really good. The obviously supposed to taste like Watermelon Jolly Rancher, and again the flavor was really close to a Watermelon Jolly Rancher. Not perfect, but again still a very pleasant vape. The flavor itself was good, even if it wasn't spot on Watermelon Jolly Rancher. Again, the throat hit on this one was substantial. Not harsh, but definitely could tell that you were vaping something significant in there. Again, a really pleasant flavor, a little sweet for my personal tastes. It takes quite the sourness and the bitterness out of what you have in the Smartie Pants, for instance, and is almost just pure watermelon sweetness. If you're looking for a really good candy vape, highly recommend it. It was very tasty. Again, just the sweetness was a bit much for me. The French Toast had a little less of a throat hit to it. The most prevalent flavor that really came out in the French Toast to me was the maple syrup. It had a really strong maple syrup taste that kind of overwhelmed everything else in my opinion. Now, bear that in mind, again, similar to the other ones, even though the flavor wasn't spot on, the flavor was good, and in all these was really strong flavors. I mean, there was no doubt, no searching for taste or anything like this, which in my opinion I really look for really strong flavors in my juices. I want a lot of pop when I'm vaping it, and all of these did a very good job at that. There was nothing going on where I was vaping it and the flavors were too subtle, and I just had to keep pulling and pulling. I mean, from the first time I put them in the atomizer and started vaping on them, really powerful flavors out of everything. So again, even though it doesn't, in my opinion, taste like French toast, the flavor is really good. It's a really good maple syrup. It's just not quite spot on the flavor for me. You know, you can taste a little bit of the cinnamon in the background of it. There's some kind of a little batter taste. I don't know if it's supposed to be like the toast flavor in it or something like that, that I do pick up on it. But in my opinion, the syrup just kind of overwhelmed everything and made it, again, really sweet. And the throat hit, again, was pretty substantial on it. Not harsh, but you definitely get a really good throat hit out of it. Again, and I'm not knocking the flavor. The flavor is good. It's just not quite a French toast, in my opinion. So then we have Enigma. And Enigma, obviously, based on the name, is kind of a difficult one to describe. There is a lot of really interesting flavors going on here. The throat hit was milder on this one, which this is a 12 milligram versus the other three were an 18 milligram, so that may be part of it. The flavor on it, again, is really strong, just like the other ones. And I'm going to take a quick vape on it real quick to kind of get the flavor fresh in my mind, show you vapor production. And again, vapor production was very similar on all of these. So what you're going to see here from the Enigma is exactly what I was getting from the other three as well. So I've got this running on the Buzz Pro at about 4.5 volts. I've got a low res 510 on there. As you can see, good vapor production. Not the best vapor production I've had out of anything, but very good. Not disappointed on the vapor production at all. Again, the flavors are just really powerful, and that makes even mediocre juices for me. When I have a lot of flavor coming out of them, it makes the enjoyment factor go up tenfold for me. If it just really pops in your mouth, it makes a big difference on how much I like the juice. The flavor of the Enigma, gosh, it's so hard to explain. I would say it almost starts off with a base of maybe like a sugar cookie. It has that vanilla kind of buttery texture to it. You know, I'm trying to pick up on the different flavors. It almost maybe has an amaretto taste to it as well. There's definitely some kind of like baked good taste going in it, almost like a cakey taste. It is really good. And this one, the sweetness factor is kind of toned down from the other three. And you're just getting that nice buttery, cakey taste to it without it being overly sweet. And it has been really good. And this Enigma has been my all-day vape ever since I got it. This is what I've been going to continuously throughout the course of the day for the last week. I fully intend on buying more of this stuff. I really have been enjoying the Enigma. The website is really nice. I've gotten really good flavors out of everything. I've been really impressed talking to Rich and browsing his website. I really recommend it going over and trying out some of their juices. They've got a sampler pack over there, which is 4 6-ml bottles, which I think would be a great way to start off if you've never ordered from them before. Whatever you order from them, I really encourage you to pick up some of the Enigma. It's definitely my favorite, and again, my new all-day vape. So pick you up some of those. The 30-ml bottles right now are going for $14.99 on his website plus shipping, which is a phenomenal price, especially considering you're getting the the glass bottles with the dripper tips and the empty 6 mils to transfer into. You can't go wrong. I think you'd be really happy with the vendor. The juices seem real high quality. Seems that a lot of care and attention is being taken to the juices and to the packaging. So a big thumbs up for me for Quick Nic Juice. Going to be one of my new go-to vapors vendors for sure. So I appreciate you watching, and keep vaping.